Hello family, welcome to Jimmystories. Please do remember to subscribe, like, leave your thoughts on the comments section, and also share this video. It means the world to us. Thank you as you do so. Now sit back and relax as we dive into this thrilling story briefly. Koi, a bright girl from a poor family, was overjoyed when she earned a scholarship to attend one of the most prestigious all-girls boarding schools in the country. Her joy, however, was short-lived as she quickly realized she didn't fit into the world of wealth and privilege. While her grades were excellent, she and her best friend, Ki, were often the target of mockery from the rich, popular girls. Among the wealthiest were Mona Lisa, Sandra, and Jennifer, who ruled the social scene of the school. They had everything Koi could only dream of: designer clothes, fancy phones, and stories of extravagant vacations abroad. Koi and Ki were constantly reminded of their humble backgrounds. While Ki stayed grounded, Koi couldn't help but admire their glamorous lifestyle, though she didn't dare admit it to anyone, not even herself. One Saturday afternoon, as Koi quietly ate her simple meal in the dormitory, Mona Lisa approached her with an unusual friendliness. Mona Lisa, known for her bold attitude and charm, offered Koi some food from her stash of imported snacks. At first, Koi was wary, unsure of Mona Lisa's intentions. But when Mona Lisa invited her to join their secret Saturday night outings, Koi hesitated. "You don't want to be stuck with Ki all your life, do you?" Mona Lisa teased. "Come and live a little. Trust me, you'll thank me later." Koi initially refused, remembering Ki's warnings to stay away from the trio. But as Mona Lisa continued to dangle the allure of their lifestyle in front of her, Koi gave in. She convinced herself it was just one night, and besides, how bad could it be? Little did she know, this decision would change her life forever. The first night out was a whirlwind for Koi. Sneaking out of the school under the cover of darkness, she joined Mona Lisa, Sandra, and Jennifer as they headed to a nightclub. Koi was nervous, but couldn't help feeling thrilled by the adventure. At the club, the trio introduced her to their older male friends, including a charming man named Mr. Ken, who took a special interest in Koi. From that night onward, Koi became a regular at the girls' secret outings. She started receiving gifts, an iPhone, new clothes, and even cash, all courtesy of Mr. Ken. Her friends praised her for finally upgrading her life. But the price of this new world was steep. Koi's grades started to drop, and she felt physically and emotionally drained from juggling late-night escapades with schoolwork. Ki noticed the changes and tried to intervene, but Koi brushed her off, insisting she was fine. Weeks turned into months, and Koi's involvement with Mr. Ken grew deeper. She believed his promises of love and a better life, even ignoring signs that he might not be as sincere as he claimed. When Koi discovered she was pregnant, her world came crashing down. Terrified and ashamed, she confided in Mona Lisa, hoping for support. But instead, her so-called friends distanced themselves, not wanting to be associated with her problem. Desperate, Koi turned to Mr. Ken, only to find out he was a married driver who had been lying to her all along. Devastated, she tried to handle the situation alone. She purchased abortion pills from an untrustworthy source, but they didn't work. With the pregnancy becoming more noticeable, Koi grew more desperate. Mona Lisa eventually offered to help by introducing Koi to a quack doctor who could perform a cheap abortion. Koi, too overwhelmed by fear to think clearly, agreed, despite the obvious risks. The procedure was a nightmare. The doctor's clinic was unsanitary, and Koi was overwhelmed with pain during the abortion. Shortly after leaving the clinic, she began bleeding excessively. Mona Lisa and the others panicked and rushed her to a nearby hospital, but it was too late. Koi died on the operating table due to complications from the unsafe procedure. The news of Koi's death shook the school. Her parents were inconsolable, and Ki couldn't stop blaming herself for not trying harder to save her friend. The story spread like wildfire, serving as a painful reminder of the dangers of bad influences and poor choices. The trio of Mona Lisa, Sandra, and Jennifer, fearing they would be implicated, quickly turned on one another. They abandoned their secret outings and tried to distance themselves from the tragedy, but their reputations were forever tarnished. Koi's story became a cautionary tale, a grim reminder of how peer pressure and the desire for a better life can lead to devastating consequences.